In this unit, we will first talk about the basics of property estimation in Aspen Plus, and then show you how to launch property estimation. Lastly, we will describe the user interface and functions of property estimation. The Aspen Physical Property System stores physical property parameters for most commonly used components within its databanks. If a required parameter is not in any Aspen Physical Property System databank, it can be entered directly, regressed from experimental data using data regression, estimated using property estimation, or estimated using the NIST Thermodata Engine. We will show how to estimate property parameters using property estimation and the NIST Thermodata Engine. Property estimation is a built-in capability to estimate parameters required by physical property models. It can estimate selected pure component physical property constants, selected parameters for temperature-dependent models, binary interaction parameters for Wilson, NRTL, and Uniquac activity coefficient models, as well as group parameters for UNIFAC. If any experimental data are available, it is recommended that you combine the data and molecular structure to estimate parameters. This will improve the quality of the parameter estimation and is especially important for accurate models. The Property Constants Estimation System, or PCES, is a property estimation tool inside Aspen Properties. It can run standalone in the Properties environment, or property estimation will estimate parameters automatically if another flowsheet or property run type requires it. The other property estimation tool is the Thermodata Engine, or TDE, from the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST. It is a powerful tool provided in Aspen Plus and Aspen Properties for thermodynamic data correlation, evaluation, and prediction. It is a complementary technology of the existing property estimation system of Aspen Plus. We will introduce more about property estimation and TDE in the following sections. To start property estimation, first define the molecular structure by drawing it or defining it by connectivity. Then enter any available experimental data that could be important for estimation methods or essential for regressing property parameters from data. Also, input any available property parameters. Please note that the normal boiling point, referenced as TB in the software, is a key parameter that is typically known for user components and is important for many estimation methods. Finally, activate property estimation and choose the property estimation options. To select the property estimation options, first go to the setup sheet in the estimation form. The setup sheet can be used to determine whether to estimate parameters and, if so, which ones. The Estimate All Missing Parameters option uses the default methods to estimate any missing property parameters required for all components in the simulation. The parameters needed in the simulation could be scalar and temperature-dependent parameters for pure components, binary parameters for property methods, and UNIFAC group parameters for newly defined UNIFAC groups. Only missing parameters will be estimated with this option. If you selected Estimate only the selected parameters, specify the type or types of parameters to estimate by selecting the appropriate checkboxes and specifying parameters on the appropriate sheet. When performing property estimation in conjunction with other calculations, it is important to understand which parameters will be used if a parameter is available from multiple sources. Individual parameters can be selected for estimation, and the estimated value will be used regardless of whether another value is available in a databank or on a method's parameters input form. The pure component sheet is used to specify the scalar parameters to be estimated, as well as what estimation method will be used for specified components. The parameters that Aspen Properties supports are available from the Parameter drop-down menu. Ensure that all information is provided for selected methods, otherwise, no result will be calculated. To check whether all the information required for the methods is provided, please see the Estimating Property Parameters topic in the online help. The T-dependent sheet is similar to the pure component form, but it requires temperature-dependent parameters to be specified for estimation. The binary sheet is used to specify the binary parameters to be estimated. PCES can estimate binary parameters for the Wilson, NRTL, Uniquac, Suave-Redlich-Kwong, and SRK-Kabadi-Danner models. Binary parameters for the activity coefficient model can be obtained from infinite dilution activity coefficient data. If you have experimental infinite dilution activity coefficient data, you should use them to estimate any missing binary parameters by specifying the method as data. The UNIFAC group sheet is used to specify the groups for which you want UNIFAC group parameters, van der Waals volume, and/or area parameters estimated. Since UNIFAC group parameters for all system UNIFAC groups are built into the PCES, you do not need to estimate them. However, if you define new UNIFAC groups using the Components UNIFAC Groups form, you can use this sheet to estimate their group parameters. After estimation is completed, the results can be viewed on the Estimation Results form. By default, the estimation results are automatically copied into the appropriate Methods Parameters input sheet. Aspen Plus will use these parameters for subsequent simulation calculations. Please note that once copied to the Methods Parameters input sheet, these parameters will no longer be estimated unless requested explicitly. To rerun an estimation after making changes, use the Clean Parameters tool to delete the estimated parameters in the parameters forms. If there are several consecutive estimation runs, it is recommended that you disable the copying of estimation results to parameter forms until you are satisfied with the estimation results. To do this, go to the File, Options, Properties Basis page and uncheck the boxes to turn off the copying process.